We have been wishing and hoping that this man would grace our very stage. Well, the wait is over. He is one of the most recognised faces on the planet, from TV series such as Knight Rider and Baywatch to those amusing emails you've been sending your friends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rove Live, the one, the only, David Hasselhoff!
Thank you. What is with all this HOFF stuff? I mean, I take no offense. Okay?
Have a seat, I'll walk you through it.
I mean, are you guys like HOFF off or? I mean, it's
It is going HOFF!
I'm telling you, man. It's like
now,
unbelievable.
when did you first hear about the HOFF craze?
Well, the first time I heard about it was I was actually outside of my stage in London. I was doing Chicago on the West End. I was playing Billy Flynn. And I had all these guys dressed up with David Hasselhoff masks going, "We love the HOFF! We love the HOFF!" And I was on the fourth floor going, these guys have definitely been drinking. And I looked down and I said, what is this? I'm not really sure how the whole thing started, but I think it started in a magazine that I was going to do a record with Ice-T.
Yes, I remember that. And that was your rap name was going to be Hassel the Hoff.
Hassel the Hoff.
Yeah.
I drink Ice-T. I like Ice-T, but I've never met him.
Have you seen the emails? Like we said to the people watching around Australia and New Zealand, we said to them, send us your Hasselhoff pictures, your HOFF mail.
Right.
It crashed the internet for us. Here's some of the desperate Hoffy apples. Monopoly HOFF edition. HOFF soap, that's disturbing.
That's sick.
On HOFF.
Yeah.
Smirnoff vodka.
Yeah.
Beef stroganoff. Super HOFF. That doesn't even make sense. The statue of David. Hoff's Harbour, the big banana. Lara Hoff.
I took a lot of shit for this name in school, you know? Hasselhoff. I tried to explain this to my father the other night. He says, I don't get it. But no, I think it's pretty funny, but don't hassle the HOFF. I went to London to do MTV, and all the kids were wearing these T-shirts. Wow.
That's very cool. Yeah. That's very cool.
Well, it's great to be here, man.
Well, it's great to have you here because, look, you know, it's not just about this email craze. I mean, people have loved you for many years, from your early days with even The Young and the Restless, but mainly Knight Rider, and then, of course, Baywatch. Which of the characters was more fun for you to play? Was it great to be zipping around with a talking car or running on the beach in your Speedos?
Running on the beach paid really well. The scenery was great, but... man, I'm still living Knight Rider, you know. Knight Rider for me was, I mean, come on, you grow up, I mean, you get this job, you get to drive as fast as you want.
Yeah.
And you go around the world being, you know, Michael Knight. And the theme of the show is one man can make a difference about saving lives. It's a great show. So
when they first come to you and they say, we've got this idea for a show, it's you and a talking car.
Yeah, I called my dad. He said, have you been drinking? I said, no. He said, you should start. Because I had a thing. I said, there's a show. He said, what's the show about? I said, it's about a talking car. But I knew it. The script was like glowing in my hands, because to me it was kind of like the success of the shows that I've done are basically kind of heart, humor, and action, and it had everything. And it was about saving lives, not taking lives. It was the American James Bond. And oh my God, it was like they would say, you know, I'd get in the car, and they'd say, okay, roll camera. And they go, okay, Hasselhoff, action. I go, oh, thank you. Just take off, you know. Every day was a blast, man.
Now, you hear, like, there's a lot of shows from that era, the Dukes of Hazzard, Starsky and Hutch, which have been remade into movies. Is there any chance of Knight Rider, the movie?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. We had it in development, but they kind of wanted to make it into a farce, kind of like Starsky and Hutch, and they actually didn't want the car to talk.
What?
And I said, what? So we've got it back now, and it's in redevelopment because we want to do something pretty cool because there's a lot of fans out there worldwide that really want to still see Michael Knight, and I want to bring in Michael Knight's son and do kind of a father-son team and kind of make it cool, but also make it retro and bring in the new element as well.
Does the son drive like a miniature little toy car?
Yeah, like a little mini kit, baby kit, yeah.
Now, of course, Baywatch, officially in the Guinness Book of World Records as the most watched show in the history of television. Something you must be very proud of.
Well, it's kind of funny. People, you know,
apparently,
people in New Guinea going, Baywatch,
the accumulative total of people that have watched Baywatch is equivalent to the population of planet Earth.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, Baywatch, I think Baywatch made it for a few reasons. It was just, first of all, it's entertainment. And a lot of times we took ourselves seriously, but not really. We wanted to make it look like America's like the big lifeguard in the world, and you know, and also the colors, the water, you know, the beautiful people. But it also hit at the same time that all the television was changing from government-controlled television. You know, back in the old days when it was like ZDF and ARD and you must watch this. All these new channels started coming in, and that's when Baywatch came in. And it was, you know, I used to get fan mail, believe it or not, from Iran and from Iraq, where they were watching it on satellite. And they had these guys that went over to Tehran Park, and they went to Tehran Park and they interviewed people. And this article was called "The Westernization of Middle Eastern countries," and they interviewed all these people in the park. And they had these girls, they were wearing shawls like this. What do they call those things that they wear? You know,
I don't know the official term,
anyway,
I know what you mean.
I said, "What's your favorite show?" They go, "Baywatch." 90210. And they pulled their little shawls back where they were covering their face, and they all had blonde hair. And they were actually selling tickets to watch Baywatch and Knight Rider on satellite. The Shah of Iran's wife told me this for 25 cents. So people, it's just about being free. It's about saving lives, and that's what the whole world's missing right now.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's just kind of fluffy and fun entertainment, Knight Rider's fun, and you know, and I think that's why it was successful.
But also with Baywatch too, I mean, you took on the role of executive producer and director as well. So when you're casting people like Carmen Electra, Pamela Anderson.
Tough job.
Yeah, I mean, in that instance, what are you looking for? Acting talent or fantastic rap?
A restaurant. I'm looking for a restroom.
Now, a lot of people might not know this, but
I'm going to get in trouble with my wife. Hi, honey.
But you are also a renowned singer as well. You're very big in Germany. You were singing, the song "Looking for Freedom." Their unofficial anthem as the Berlin Wall came down. Great jacket, by the way.
Yeah.
I had one just like that. I'm so glad I didn't wear it tonight. But that must have been an amazing feeling for you.
There was 1 million people there that night. We sang, I went over to Germany. I started off as a singer, and I really wanted to go to Broadway to do, I did Jekyll and Hyde on Broadway, I did Chicago. But I really wanted to be a singer when I was a kid. I never thought I'd be running in slow motion or talking to a car or whatever. And well, I had a single called "Looking for Freedom," and it went #1 for 8 weeks. And the wall was still up. And I went behind the wall. If you guys don't know, before the wall came down, it was really pretty bad. It was like going from black and white, from color like Berlin, and you go across the border, Checkpoint Charlie, to black and white. These people were quite oppressed. And I said, but they knew who I was. I said, "Oh, you know me from the Talking Car?" They go, "Talking Car?" Like I was insane. And they said, "I've been looking for freedom." And they were singing my song, which was about freedom. Cut to, about 6 months later, the wall comes down. And they asked me to sing "Looking for Freedom" on the wall. And I was so honored that we went, with my wife, who was 7 months pregnant, we hoisted her up on the wall. I brought all my buddies from college, and we all sat on the wall. We went to 1 million people, and they were singing "I've been looking for freedom." So it's kind of went down. For me, it was just a big honor to be there.
So is there any chance that we will get that here? Is there any chance that you will bring the flashing leather jacket, the keyboard scarf, and like do a singing, all dance and HOFF tour down under?
Well, you got me here already. Yeah, we're actually working right now on putting a tour together, and we're kind of like just testing the waters. So if you guys are interested in seeing the HOFF, the official world tour, I think, let me see. They gave me this button I'm supposed to give you. Can you read this? I can't read. I can't see that. What's that say down there?
Don't hassle the HOFF. Oh, the website. www. Oh, there's a website! Just be cool. www.hasselhofftour.com.
If you guys are interested in seeing the tour and finding out what's going on, and we just want to see if we can sell some tickets. If you guys are interested,
dude,
check it out and we'll come.
I'm totally there. Can I just quickly, before we go, I just want to ask, there's a few things. Someone like you hit the internet, 1.5 million hits come up, and they're not all just amusing photos.
Wow.
So just a few true or false yes or no sort of answers to this, if you could, please. You once set fire to your parents' driveway.
True. I did. They're still pissed.
You once brought a baby alligator into your house and gave it a bath.
No, I brought it in. True. I brought it in to attack my sister. I did. Put it in the bathroom. Ha.
When you were younger, you had a penchant for teasing nuns.
I did.
Did you?
I was a nun teaser.
A nun teaser.
Yeah, you don't want to tease the priests.
You've had to save a life on the beach in real life.
Yeah, I was doing a photo shoot for People magazine, and there was a girl drowning out there, and he said, so I was giving my pose, like, excuse me. I ran out and brought her back in and said, okay, let's go.
Here's an interesting one. Princess Diana once said to you, you look awfully good with your clothes on.
That's the first thing she said to me. She said, you look awfully good with your clothes on. And I said, so do you. She was an amazing lady. Yeah.
And finally, true or false, Pamela Anderson's breasts are real.
Which ones? Oh, can I interrupt you? I have a present for you.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I had.
Is it? Oh, yeah. We have a thing in...
Oh, my God! Just be cool.
We have a little thing. Do you have Halloween here?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I was shopping for Halloween because my daughter's having a Halloween party, and I found a Michael Knight Halloween costume.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
So I figured, if you want to be Michael Knight...
Bring it on.
And David... Here we go.
Don't waste my time.
All right, here you go. All right. The wig. And, of course, the watch. There you go.